Well, we've had the official Harley Davidson launch for 2023, and as usual, I have some amazing news to share about all of the incredible new technological innovations coming out of Milwaukee. To hear about this extravaganza, please stay tuned. And if you're a fan of the content, please consider subscribing and liking and sharing the video. Let's go into the Harleyverse. Harley Davidson is making some monster moves this year, and they can be summed up in 3 words. Bold new colors. Yep, the January launch is becoming a yearly roast on my channel, and this year is no exception. In fact, it's worse than ever. Harley keeps making much ado about cosmetic changes that don't affect the performance of its motorcycles. And while it is amazing that the motor company has been building bikes non-stop for 120 years, only Royal Enfield beats that, celebrating it with some red motorcycles and badges isn't newsworthy. To be sure, no other company does paint like Harley Davidson. These motorcycles are beautifully built and accented, but to introduce nothing of note tech-wise other than traction control and cruise on a few more models is a miss for me. I like beautifully designed motorcycles as much as the next guy, but ultimately Harley cancelled its most affordable models, brought back the Breakout, more on that later, and introduced new colors and badges in a limited run. Not exactly awe-inspiring. The news of some special events being run this year in celebration of Harley's 120th is cool too. What would have been cooler though would have been a Bronx or Pan America 975 in the 120th anniversary colors. One positive thing that stood out to me was the fact that HD gave some love to the updated Trike lineup at this year's launch. Lots of people make fun of these, but I've met and received comments from a lot of riders who, due to age, health issues, or disability, would not be able to ride a motorcycle if not for these bikes. Anything that gets more riders out in the wind is alright with me, and as the population ages, the market for these should continue to grow. Holy cow, they're expensive though. You know, Can-Am makes Trikes as well. Of course, it wouldn't be a Harley launch if a big deal wasn't made out of apparel and accessories. Harley Davidson makes a significant amount of its profits from the sale of hats, t-shirts, jackets, shiny chrome bits, and Screamin' Eagle parts, and all of these were prominently featured in the video. One Road Glide was so blinged out it looked like it was heading to a Saudi prince. To me, the parts that make the most sense are the ones that make your bike faster and louder. Shinier isn't my thing. Speaking of shiny, the Softail Breakout is back with a 117 cubic inch engine and enough chrome to be spotted from the moon. Now this has always been a very nice looking motorcycle, but it was originally cancelled because it wasn't selling well. And it wasn't selling well because it was very expensive and very uncomfortable. I'm not sure about the comfort of this current one. The bars are higher, but so is the price at $21,000 US and $26,550 Canadian. And while the straight line performance is probably impressive with this big motor and fat rear tire, don't expect it to do curvy roads very well. Not a whole lot of ground clearance there. Will it sell better the second time around? That remains to be seen. Personally, I'd go for the Lowrider S, but not everyone shares my tastes. One other, air quotes, new motorcycle was introed, and that's the Sportster Nightster Special. Basically a Nightster with different wheels, passenger pegs, seat, and risers. These additions will cost you $1,500 US. The sales pitch for this should be, Harley, we'll sell you $500 worth of accessories for $1,500. The Nightster Special now costs $15,000, the previous price of the Sportster S. Oh, and if you want a Sportster S this year, that bike's price is going up by another $1,400 US, as we're heading into a recession. Harley better hope that there are lots of people with money to burn out there. So while the Breakout 117 and Nightster S are technically new models, they're basically existing motorcycles with different styling. Other than those and some updated trikes, one can't help to notice that Harley Davidson introduced nothing new here, and furthermore, unlike in previous years, didn't even hint at the introduction of anything new later this year. No teasers that a Bronx or Pan America 975 will be coming soon, no sign of an upcoming Revolution Max 750, nothing. Maybe that's it for the year. Disappointing. But there is one major theme to come out of this introduction, and that is that Harley Davidson is more interested in becoming a premium brand than an innovative one. Now that has always been the case, but it was explicitly stated as a goal by current CEO Jochen Zeist when he took over. and it seems he has finally achieved this goal. We can officially declare that in 2023, Harley Davidson has given up on any pretense of being the everyman bike. Any ties to its working class roots have now been severed by ever more expensive apparel, accessories, and motorcycles. The least expensive Harley now costs $13,500 US. By the way, not surprisingly, no mention was made of the 350 and 500cc Chinese Harleys coming out in Asia. Check out my video on those in the top right corner. So will this strategy pay off? Can Harley Davidson be more profitable selling fewer very expensive motorcycles than selling a greater number of affordable ones? Maybe, in the short term. Somehow I don't see this as a long-term growth strategy. What's good for shareholders now and what's good for riders and the company down the road are very different things. To be clear, I still like the motorcycles, but I do not see myself buying another new Harley. I'd probably look at the used market and avoid expensive Harley service and apparel. Another piece of good news is that Harley got slapped with an antitrust class action lawsuit and can no longer threaten to void your warranty if you put aftermarket parts on your new bike. So at least riders are free to accessorize from the aftermarket. So I'm always being accused of crapping on the motor company, and I guess I'm doing it in this video. However, it's hard to get excited about what was presented here. Honestly, I want to put out something positive, but man, HD is making it hard. That doesn't take anything away from its bikes, they're beautiful machines, but that corporate culture is hard to stomach. What do you think of the direction Harley is going? Will they continue to be one of the giants of the industry or dwindle into obscurity? What would you like to see coming out of Milwaukee? Please share your thoughts in the comments below and keep on cruising.
If you're interested in any of the gear that Brooke and I wear or use, or the camera equipment we use to film this channel, the links are below. Everything listed there was bought with our own money and we are not sponsored by any company. However, the links below are affiliate links and the channel is paid a small amount for referring you to shop at no additional cost to you. We do not recommend any products that we are not satisfied with ourselves, but we do strongly urge you to do your research and select the correct size for items like helmets and clothing. As always, thanks for watching, your support is greatly appreciated. Please hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. And whatever you ride, enjoy it. Wave at other bikers no matter what they're riding. We're all part of a brotherhood and sisterhood. Keep the rubber side down, shiny side up, and may the spokes be with you.